Welcome back to Travel Show Live. Well, now we have a friend on this show. I love talking with friends. Not that everybody isn't a friend, but Kelly Schultz, thank you for being here.
My
from
pleasure.
The great city of New Orleans. And you've been a friend of our program for a very long time now. My first question is, was it you that motivated the Saints to victory? Were you the one in the locker room saying, you've got to do it for tourism, not for the ring?
I was personally responsible for that, yeah.
I think I want you to look right at the camera and say
I was responsible for that.
That's perfect. All right, very good. Now, what's nice about this is that you and I had been talking about that football team a year ago and saying, you know, and you said it to me, I think that, you know, they're really gearing up. They're really, and everybody says this. I'm like, oh yeah, I know they are. Good job. But then look what happened.
The Saints going to the Super Bowl is the most positive thing for the city that I think I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And it is unbelievably positive. The vibe and the energy in New Orleans right now is just off the charts. And the fact that all of this is happening over Mardi Gras season is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a very, very exciting time to be in New Orleans right now.
Now, if somebody's watching this and saying, you know what, this is going to be our first year for Mardi Gras, can they still come down and
Absolutely.
And get a hotel room at this late date?
Absolutely. We have plenty of availability. I mean, of course, the books up quick, but Mardi Gras this year is February 16th.
Okay.
And so this coming weekend is when the Super Bowl is, but also when everything really starts happening. In fact, Mardi Gras organizers have had to postpone some of the parades and other things, knowing that everyone was going to be watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, how funny.
But yes,
what a nice problem to have.
Nice problem.
You know? Oh, that's terrific.
There's still plenty of availability. It's still a great time to come in, and absolutely, it's not too late.
All right, so we get past February and into March, into April, and what's nice about this also is that for people who aren't going to, say they don't really even care about the Saints, they don't really care about football, they don't care really about Mardi Gras, but they want to come and visit, and they haven't done that. So for the first time, what are they going to do in the spring when they get there? Spring
is our festival season, so even if you're not into Mardi Gras, that's okay.
Yeah.
There are so many wonderful, if you love life, you should come to New Orleans in the spring, because we have our festivals, we celebrate music, we celebrate food. Most people know about the Jazz and Heritage Festival, which is phenomenal and draws talent from all over the world. We also have the French Quarter Festival, which happens this year, April 9th through 11th. And it is just 18 music stages around the French Quarter. It's free. And all the best restaurants in the city are out there serving their famous dishes. It's really a wonderful celebration that started for locals, and now 500,000 people a year almost come to celebrate it.
Only 500,000 people.
500,000 of our closest friends.
Yeah, right. You know, New Orleans is very unique. Has a very unique proposition to visitors because it has a very unique signature. How do you describe that signature? It is unlike any other city, literally in the country. Like, there isn't another New Orleans anywhere.
There is no other place like New Orleans. You know, a lot of people when they travel, especially if you travel for business, you go to a lot of places in the United States and they start to blend together. You kind of wake up and say, where am I? It looks the same. When you come to New Orleans, you know you are somewhere different. It sounds different. The smells are different. The food is outstanding. You can't get food like it anywhere else. And there's just an atmosphere there that's really, it's just, you can't describe it. You have to come experience it. And it's not like anything else you will experience anywhere.
And the reality is, too, when we deal with the French Quarter, sure, we know about this. Sure, we might know a little bit the neighborhoods of New Orleans, that we forget that there are distinct neighborhoods there.
Yeah, they're fabulous neighborhoods. I mean, there's Magazine Street, which is a 6-mile stretch of boutiques and restaurants, and you can get, you know, a crazy T-shirt that says Brad Pitt for mayor, or you can spend, you know, $12,000 on sheets for your bed. I mean, there's really, and beautiful antique furniture. I mean, there's something for everyone there, and that's something that locals and visitors enjoy.
Makes sense.
There's Frenchmen Street, right outside of the French Quarter. Phenomenal live music every single night of the week. That's just adjacent to the French Quarter, that most people know the French Quarter but don't know Frenchmen Street. So there are a lot of really good neighborhoods to discover.
As always, Kelly, I can't wait to hear more updates, and congratulations.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. We'll see you here in just a second. Hang on and say we'll be right back here on Travel Show Live.